Hey guys, want to do a quick video on my OP13 Green Zoro list. We're on week 2 of OP13. I think we're heading right back into the store treasure cups with the 5 cost Shigi as one of the top 4 prizings. I just kind of want to show what I've been working with, what I've been testing with. A couple of things that I'm not completely sold on. I may still make adjustments. I have a pretty big scrim session tomorrow to kind of see how this plays out, one more time into Emu and Ace before going into it. But again, big shout out as well to Mr. SS No for pulling the Green Zoro later. Was able to pick it off his hands for a pretty good steal. But going into the core of the deck, I don't think there's a lot of changes with removing the East Blue package, but pretty similar. We're still running 4 Peronas and 4 Hiyori, right? 8 searchers. It helps us find our stuff. If it's green, if it's slash, if it's an event, we're gonna pick it up. Koshiro, right? One of the best green cards, I think, in this format against Emu. Just as long as you find one on the board, they're going to have a hard time taking it apart. If you don't find it, it can be a little challenging. And then pretty standard, your 5 drops, right? 4 Shigis, 4 Cavendishes, right? They give you Dawn back, they rest the body, swing into it, go a little bit wider. Your new OP-13 package, right? 4 Zoros. And 4 laws, right? Being able to play this off the Mihawk, restanding itself, essentially being untouchable, with the exception of popping it or in the mirror being rested, bounced by Ace. Law is just even better, right? You play your searchers out, keep them safe, play a Poo, you bounce them, play a higher value body, you can play the Zoro, get 2 Dawn back on a later turn, still go 3 Dawn if you're leader, like Cavendish does the same thing, swings higher later. And then Tashigi, right? If you don't have one on board, you get to rest something, attach 3, and swing. I do have 4 more bodies. The first one, of course, is Queena. I'm at 2 right now. I think this is good for me. I haven't found a need when I am in a situation where I need to see it one more time. Often enough, I find myself, because I have Koshiro already on board, it's protecting out Tashigi, and if Tashigi lives, next turn it's swinging 7 and ripping counter out of hand, destroying a body, the good stuff in life. Not loving this right now because the 2 Shanks definitely feels like a win harder card. I most likely will be making a change. I don't know into what, if this will end up just for consistency purposes, being Queena, something else, maybe a spicy tech. I think it's a little hard in this format to be spicy, but slamming this down, it feels fantastic when you have a wide board. You get to just swing in. If you slam this by itself, your leader is the only thing that's swinging. Other than that, if they can't remove it, they can't deal with it the following turns, right? If you have the event, it's 12, 12, 12, right? 3 12s as normal, but if they block with the body on your Zoro swing, you restand the leader ability, you swing 12 again. We're at 2 DMG. I think this is perfect. And then we have the 4 restand event. Not much to say. Hitting this from life in Emu when they're kind of going for their push, and then turning all your cards into really good 2K counters into their 7s when you're a 6. Just makes things a little bit easier. Finally, it's just a 2K spread. I think there's a lot of adjustments that can be made to it, but I think 4 Mihawk is perfect. It allows you to, if you're going first into Emu, cheat out that Zoro when it's in hand. If you find all the pieces, right, you can Mihawk, play the Zoro rested, restand 2 Dawn, play the Koshiro. Even if you don't have the Koshiro, you can still swing 7. You can swing 6 and play a searcher, whether it's Piranha or Hiyori. Lastly, for the changes, the Tashigis, as much as I like this, the thought behind it was the turn prior to my Shanks, I'll set up Tashigi, I'll play the Shanks, and it'll protect it from everything, right? Stussy, Red Rock. I mean, pretty standard, but honestly, I think it's better just to play without this and just have more consistency in the deck. I am at 2 Apu, and it has had its value in resting cheap searchers or even Ezos and swinging into my searcher, bounce this with a law, play something else out. I think that the Shigis will become the Apus. Just gotta update this. And then lastly, I think this is a flexible 2K spot as long as it's a slasher. You just need to be able to search it. I think running 12 2Ks with one of them being a non-slash type, the Shigis or the Apus or any combinations of it, you need to be able to grab your 2Ks and keep yourself healthy, especially if for some reason, the Emu decides not to starve you, the Ace is just swinging lower to the ground just to play out more bodies. You need your 2Ks. I previously was not running 8/2Ks, and I was just melting to every swing incredibly quickly. Being forced to grab a 1K or a brick, just give your opponent too much information about how to play around your hand. But yeah, these can be the 5/6s. These can be the old man if you have value. You can play the Hachi if you have the winter ones, I suppose. But I have not seen a scenario where I needed to play this as a blocker, right? Because you have to have another active body, and it's on your opponent's turn if they try to rest this. So if you're playing against a Bonnie, it's your turn, right? They rest this, you can't react to it. So yeah, I think it reads character effects. So Hody, resting this is pretty good. Tashigi Quina, you can rest something else, but at that point, if there's Zoro, most likely with those colors, they're just gonna swing and hope that you block just to give you them another attack. But I'll probably check in about 2 weeks, kind of see how this deck list turns out. Maybe have some notes or posts on the YouTube channel, how I end up doing in the treasure cups. I know I am in a few of them. But hopefully these Tashigis move from AAs to treasure cup versions. But other than that, I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, just let me know below. But other than that, hope you are all having fun with OP13. Bye guys.